All right, Bitcoin had dropped to like 48,000 and Dogecoin had dropped to like 16 cents. And if you check out here, like there's one drop, boom, and then this drop here, boom. That means someone with a shit ton of Dogecoin dumped that shit. And then it bounced. As Elon Musk, with a little bit of help from SpaceX and a little bit of help from NASA, launched astronauts so far safely to the International Space Station. And I'm in a really weird mood. And I'm making a video for you. Because that is what I do. And in 2019, I predicted a crash in the markets in 2020. And that happened. Although it wasn't super deep. And then, before the presidential election, I said, yo, the economy is running so hot with stocks and cryptos and currencies and commodities. They're going to have to cool it off. So I believe that in 2021, regardless of who won the presidency, the markets are going to crash. And so, with an Aries-Ceres conjunction and then a Venus-Uranus conjunction and the Scorpio full moon coming on Monday and Tuesday, I've been saying we are watching for signs of a crash. And then overall, we're looking at when Jupiter leaves Aquarius and goes into Pisces. And so Saturn is left alone in Aquarius all by itself with Pluto still in Capricorn. This is major. This can be a major deal. This happens on the 15th. So I think overall the big crasher could come around the 15th, but we will see signs of it. We're looking for it today and yesterday, and we'll be looking for possibly a crash on Monday and Tuesday. But definitely the winds may change in the middle of May. But we're watching. We'll see what's happening. But Dogecoin did lose pretty much 50% of its high from Dogecoin 420, which was a whole weird deal. And today is the 7-year anniversary for me as your planetary defense commander. So it's very melancholy. It's a lot more melancholy than I wanted it to be, but I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy civilization is still standing. And Asteroid Fight Club is awesome. But things are super weird. Mars has just entered Cancer. And I got sort of freaked out 2 nights ago. I went live and talked about it for like an hour before whoever shut me off. Because Russia pulled out of the International Space Station for 2025. And China and Russia have agreed on a joint statement to develop their own International Scientific Lunar Station, which appears to be a response to NASA's Artemis program. And China and Russia say they're committed to equality, openness, and honesty. Meanwhile, the African dude who now runs our whole space program, Elon Musk, is committed to making Dogecoin and Bitcoin the global financial currency. So you got Russia breaking away from us to work with China. And pretty much Elon admits everything he does is for Mars and for Dogecoin and Bitcoin. So it's just weird, man. The other thing that freaked me out tonight was an Iranian missile hitting here a Israeli nuclear power plant, which you don't hear often. And then like Palestinians and Israeli have been fighting and rioting overnight. There have actually been quite a few riots going on all over the globe as lots of people seem extremely unhappy with their governments. India is having a major, massive breakout with over 300,000 coronavirus cases, and they now have thousands dying per day, and India has 4 times the population of the United States. So where Israel's handled the virus the best, and America's done a pretty dang good job, in my opinion. But like India and Brazil are getting hit super duper hard, man. And that will continue. But in simpler, more bread and butter news, today we've got storm to watch for Arkansas, Louisiana, and parts of Texas. And then Henry Margasidia is showing some models which suggest Saturday could be the Atlanta worst day for everybody to watch out for. And so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are definitely open for possible severe weather storms, whether it be hail or tornadoes And the NAM is showing some pretty strong soundings for Atlanta on Saturday afternoon. And so I'm just talking to you from a foxhole. Jim Cantori, pattern change turning and burning in the southwest. Wet followed by warmer and wetter next week as we turn the progressive Pacific pattern back on. Much wetter system returns to California by Sunday as this area is desperate for any precipitation. And yeah, so California, you are about to get wet. That's right. You guys in California, north, middle, and possibly parts of the south may be getting precipitation, snow in the higher elevations, and rain everywhere else. Which is good, because they need rain, but it could cause some problems if they get too much all of a sudden. Rob Maeda, good sign to see the higher res short range models pick up where the medium range ones have hit at for a week. Winter weather appears ready for a comeback this weekend. Some showers Saturday, more rain, and Sierra snow Sunday. Still trending the way we like it. That's what she said. I said, because I was trying to go for an easy laugh. Cheer myself and you up if you need it. Bam. So just letting everybody know. And if you were looking for volcano news, well, I do aim to please. Hey, this dude was chill at the beach, and a time portal from the Battle of freaking Midway just appears out of nowhere. Hey, wasn't that a cool movie back in the 80s or 90s? I watched it. I liked it. Speaking of volcanoes, Mexico, which has a erupting volcano, Popocatépetl, their country has drought conditions over 85% of the entire country. That's a lot of dryness. But hey, we've got a United States of American volcano activity as the Aleutian Island in Alaska volcano is increased activity. The activity at the volcano gradually increased during the past 24 hours. Okay? And Semisopochnoi is also active. Oh, this is Alaska, it's the same one. And as of 11 hours ago, Soufriere in St. Vincent in the Caribbean was going off pretty hard. Kevin Shader, who's never a hater, is kind of reminding us hurricane season is coming soon as a day of convective hiatus after. Jobo is intensifying again with a Midwest eye. What? And another bout of curling bursts present on IR. Oh, that's that Canadian sport where people push a thing with sticks, isn't it? On the ice? Okay, one thing to note is that the storm has become larger with increasingly deep convection, signaling that the system is extending higher into the troposphere. Where is this? I don't know. I will have to figure that out. Okay, it's over by the Atoll Aldabra, part of the Seychelles Islands, I guess. Strong winds to Tanzania. Oh, okay. Tanzania. You know what they say? Red moon at night, and your loins won't be forlorning all right. What? Okay. I don't even know. Sorry, I'm telling jokes, trying to cheer myself up because death has really been a prevalent story since 2015, 2017. Anyway, we lost Shock G. Another cool dude. Part of Gen X. But hey, maybe Dogecoin is just in a slump because it got its second vaccine shot, which I've heard can punch you pretty hard for a day. I won't know officially from my end until the 2nd or 3rd of next month. But I'll be sure and let you guys know. I might even go live if I feel horrible. I'll be like, look how horrible I feel. And then you can judge that with how I feel like 24 hours or 48 hours after that. Or then if I die, you could be like, hey, I'm definitely not taking it because Thor died from it, even though he was overweight and a smoker. But the vaccine's not supposed to kill overweight smokers. But we'll see. But like I said, I'm part of the big experiment, and I've chosen to take it, and we'll see what happens. But hey, I'm not going to give you any shit for not taking it, so don't give me any shit for taking it. Can we agree on that? Try not to pass any negative energy around, because I think the energy is going to be really dicey up until and after the Scorpio full moon. Yeah, I would play maximum defense over the next 5 days, buddy, my friend, my fellow Asteroid Fight Clubians. Man, I hope my celebration gets more fun. Oh, so here we are looking at Popocatépetl in Mexico. It's popping out like she just don't stop, man. She goes all night long and all day. She's insatiable. Americans be like, it's a boy. Get it? Not me. I don't ever get it anymore. Insert me screaming in total frustration. See what I did there? I had a sunspot X-Men joke visual aid thingy. Speaking of the sun, there are 3 sunspots, and there have been like 10 C-class solar flares. Let's count them together, Unite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or you don't want to count that one. 11 solar flares in the last day and a half. That's an active sun, buddy. And they say one of them is going to pop us right in the face, whether we like it or not. CME incoming, geomagnetic storm watch. The CME observed early Thursday morning followed a C3 flare around AR 2816, did produce a relatively faint but partial halo CME with a possible Earth-directed component. The latest CME tracking model shows an impact by April 24th or 25th. We could get to a moderate G2 geomagnetic storm, KP6, which was officially added for April 25th. Aurora sky watchers from middle to high latitudes should be alert as the plasma cloud sweeps Earth. Yeah, I don't know, today or tomorrow we're supposed to bring cool Venus Uranus surprises, but I've not felt them yet, but I guess we still got 48 hours. But around the 25th, it definitely could get super sketchy as we get into that Scorpio full moon, and there's a lot of other crap. What just happened? And so this incoming solar tsunami and coronal mass ejection is just another thing to watch on the list of many things that we have to be tracking. Okie dokie, my buddy, you guys. After a period of a ton of close asteroid misses, the asteroid situation's kind of calmed down. Will it stay that way? Who knows? Probably, maybe. Asteroid Fight Club has done a super job. Let us hope the atmospheric defense team and the prayer wars can with hurricane season as well, but that's like 5.5 weeks away, so let's take it one situation at a time, shall we? All right, here's the part where we look at the mixed precipitation action over the next 48 hours. And you can see the storms building up and through Texas and parts of the mid-southwest. Wait, mid-south, south, then go the southeast. And so that whole situation will have to be watched and monitored, especially if you're in the areas. I will be. And then you got your next storm coming in, and that is the one that could bring a lot of rain and moisture to parts of California. How low will it go? Stay tuned. We'll have to watch, but this is going to be 2 good punch storms in a row. And I want to thank everybody out there for, I've been doing THORnews for 8 years, and your Planetary Defense Commander full-time for 7 years now. And I really, really am grateful and appreciative that you guys have let me and chosen me to be the guy to help you through whatever crazy-ass, dangerous shit comes our way, to try and give you guys the best information I can. No bullshit and no agenda, other than keeping civilization standing and making sure that humans maintain some type of basic human rights. Or should I say America? I mean, I would work on other countries, but right now I don't even hold a lot of freaking sway in our own country, as we're still going through some weird-ass cold civil war. Here we're looking at the extent of the still hot lava field west of Volcan Pacaya. So, yeah, that's in Guatemala, which is just south of Mexico. All right, so I think I get everybody pretty filled in on the majority of all the stories for this morning, April 23rd. And I got to say, as your Planetary Defense Commander, one thing that I have done, and I try to do as objectively as possible, is not only monitor the virus situation in our own country, but continue to pay attention to all the other countries and how all the other countries handled that shit, right? And so it's just weird to have so much misinformation in our country, but it's like all the people that had bad takes. So what is your crappy ass bad take on India? Like India is just getting crushed to where they have got like exploding oxygen tanks. They've like their cremation systems are like they can't keep burning the dead people fast enough. Like it's a really bad situation. Brazil's just as bad, but they stopped giving out information. Australia just locked down a whole city because they had 2 cases. And so I mean it's a problem that will continue through the rest of 2021, whether you like it or not. And so I mean it's not fun. It hasn't been fun trying to bring you guys the honest truth as I see it, but I have called it correctly for over a year. And I am super duper proud of that since January 30th of 2020, I called it super correctly. And I know a lot of people out there don't like to admit when they're wrong, and they kind of live in some weird fan fiction world. But one of the things I'm most proud of is the way I handled it over the last year. Anyway, either way, let's try and keep a sense of humor if we can, okay? Because these are crazy days indeed, my friends. And we are not each other's enemy. That's the one. I do have a pretty strong ego, but the thing is, my ego is so strong, I don't hate anybody. Because no one here on this planet had the power to super change everything, and no one on this planet is at fault. Did I put that properly? I mean, I'm not saying there aren't evil people out there. I'm just saying that overall, the super cluster fudge situation that society is, it's partially all of our fault at this point. Betelgeuse 79% of its normal brightness, which is weird. There's so much we don't know. New Mexico's in critical fire weather risk today and tomorrow. I just have this, I don't know, man, if I really wanted to like get married and have kids or have a girlfriend or whatever, I guess I should just concentrate on making money. Because if I made a lot of money, you could always afford to get a wife. Or whatever. But if we did see volcano activity in the USA this year, I guess it would be somewhere in here. Although Lesson Peak is one that's always stuck out. At least I don't have to worry about looking good and doing laundry anymore. What is this, woe is me crap? This is not the type of shit I usually put in videos. Or do I? Anyway, maybe I should put dynamite in my snowman to try and predict my future love life. What? That didn't make any sense. Did you know there is a tradition in Switzerland that involves filling a snowman with dynamite and watching it explode in order to predict the weather? I didn't know that. I do now, though. Hey, is pipe still going? What's the capital gains tax? I don't know. Ask my mom. She'll tell you. I don't know. I love my mom. She's super duper awesome, fantastic, strong, cool, smart, funny. Okay. Hey, I talk to you guys longer when I'm down in the dumps. So if you like listening to me, then that's good news, right? Dr. Tamitha Skoof, direct hit. An Earth-directed solar storm is coming. That's what she said. NASA prediction model shows impact early April 25th. Chronograph shows a full halo. I just told a joke in my head, then decided, I can't tell that one. That's over the line. Teal line, ring around the sun, confirming the storm is Earth-directed. So yeah, this is like the 25th. So, hey, life's just going to keep on getting more interesting. And my love life just going to continue to get duller and duller. Because I'm too obsessed with looks. I know it's like I'm looking for the perfect person. That hasn't worked out well. But you don't need to hear about that. Anywho, if I wanted to take credit for shit that I probably didn't have much of an effect over, Russia decided they're pulling out. They'd built 150,000 troops around Ukraine. And it got to like super dangerous levels. And then Russia decided they would pull out. And so they've started to pull their troops out. So I was super freaked out about that in that 1 hour live show that was like 2 days ago. You can watch it. Just look back at my other videos. So that's the good news. That's a super asteroid fight club, planetary defense commander victory. Because things seem pretty heated, intense. At least with Russia and Ukraine. Although then Russia decided to pull out of the ISS. And like, that's what I'm saying is planetary defense commander. It would be better if China, Russia, USA, and all the countries work together with their space programs. I don't know, the whole teamwork thing just doesn't seem to be in full effect yet. And then now our own space program has turned it over to the Dogecoin, Bitcoin guy, and then Amazon's. So we've turned our entire space programs over to our billionaires and trillionaires. And people are like, hey, that's great. Free markets. I'm like, oh, geez, man. Oh, geez. But hey, the good news is now that I've totally given up on ever getting to make out again, I don't have to exercise anymore. I walked like 4 miles a day for almost a whole month. And I even walked 7.5 miles in one day. And then like, boom, boom. I was like, oh, my love life. I'd never. So I stopped. And I ate a bunch of junk food. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Anywho, you guys are great. Super duper fantastic. I super appreciate y'all. And you know I get mood swingy sometimes. So stay cool. And I'll continue to bring you guys updates. And hopefully I'll cheer up for the rest of the day and celebrate a little. Okay, stay cool. I'll talk to you in the near future. But let me say again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. God bless everyone. Peace out.